President, a couple of days ago, I had a conversation with a man named Salva.
Who?
His name is Ko, and he's from southern Sudan. He told me that in October, 2 of his nieces were abducted. The term I've heard is abductees. Sometimes I've heard the term slavery. What is it that the government of South Sudan is doing to deal with that problem? And do you have sufficient resources to deal with the problem?
Well, there is a problem which, of course, we have been talking about. The people who abducted his niece are their neighbors. I remember the story because that man comes from Dinka Bor, and the people who abducted these children are the Morle, also in Jonglei state. They are the neighbors. This is an exercise that has been on for a very long time, that the Morle will come to Dinka land, or they go to Nuer land, or they go to the Ajak, or they go to Taposa land to take children and come and adopt them. They adopt them as their children. It is not an enslavement, except that they take them by force. Because there is a problem in the Murle land that there is infertility of the people. They don't produce the way others are producing. And I said this in America when I was there. I said that if this problem is to be resolved once and for good, we need a hospital, a big hospital in Pibor, the town of these people, with specialist doctors to find out exactly what sort of venereal diseases that these people have, and so that they are treated to bear their own children instead of going to look for other people's children. And I brought the example that all the animals bear their own children. Hyena will bring small hyena, and this is how they continue. But the Murle would want to go and grab, can kill the father and mother, then take the children. Will not kill the children, but will have to kill the parents and then take the children, and will adopt them.
But how is that not slavery if they're
Well,
using force? I mean, is it just a language we're using?
For them, they think that it is not a slavery. We know it is slavery if you take somebody's child by force. This is what the Masiria and the Resegat did to the Dinkas in northern Bahr al-Ghazal. And John has been working there during the war, and he saw it by himself. So we have now sent in a force for disarmament, to disarm, because they were being used by the government of Sudan during the war as militias. And he has armed them properly. So we have to send in a very big force to disarm them. Now we have agreed with their leaders that the army should not use force, that they have to be given the chance, the leaders of the Morle community, to go in to talk to the people the youth that have the guns, to surrender their guns to the government without the government using the military force. This is what we are waiting. But we told them that this thing has to be done before the next rainy season comes. If they fail to bring all the guns, we will have to use force to disarm everybody by force. Of course, that will result into a lot of casualties. And the same thing that you are asking now, you will be the same person to come back and ask me that, why are you killing people? It is either I leave them with the guns and they terrorize the rest of the people, or I crush them to liberate the other people from being always attacked by the Muslims. What will you take in that case? What do you expect me to do?
Well, I meant no disrespect, Mr. President. I do apologize.
Thank you. No, it is not disrespect, but it is the same thing that will happen.